Today's flashback movie is regarding Henry from 1991, and we're going to look a little at the background of the movie, what it's about, and who the stars were. As ever, if you like what you see, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then you could even subscribe to the channel. That would be great if you could. Regarding Henry was released in July 1991 by Paramount Pictures, with a running time of nicely under 2 hours. The story was written by J.J. Abrams, none other, and the movie was directed by Mike Nichols. Filming was done in New York City with a budget of $25 million, and it went on to gross $43 million worldwide. Not the biggest return ever. Unscrupulous corporate lawyer Henry Turner will do whatever it takes to win a case, and treats his family with the same degree of ruthlessness. After Henry gets caught in the middle of a robbery and is shot in the head, he wakes from a coma to find that he has amnesia and can't even remember how to do the simplest of tasks. As he recovers and relearns how to function, Henry reveals a much kinder and more thoughtful personality, much to the surprise of his family and friends. In my humble opinion, for what it's worth, this movie was good, but not great. It had lots of potential, but it pulls its punches and falls back on cliches. The plot is a bit choppy and uneven too, for me. Too many blind alleys, when the writer and director should have been concentrating on more profound statements. I would have expected much better from director Mike Nichols and writer J.J. Abrams. However, with all that being said, I still found it interesting, and it did get to me in some places.
To be a long, tough rehabilitation.
I'll be your physical therapist for the remainder of the evening. All right.
In some ways, he's starting from scratch here.
You're stepping like a natural man. Go ahead.
Little loop, cross over.
How did you learn to do that?
The star of the show, of course, is Harrison Ford, who portrays the wealthy and successful Manhattan lawyer Henry Turner, whose obsession with his work leaves him little time for his family. Ford was born in Chicago, Illinois back in 1942, but now lives on a sprawling ranch in Jackson, Wyoming, with his third wife Callista Flockhart. Best known for his roles as Indiana Jones and as Han Solo, Ford was discovered by George Lucas while working as a $150 a week jobbing actor and carpenter, going on to appear in 1973's American Graffiti as a result. Since then he's amassed a personal fortune of around $300 million, and if I had that much money by his age, I would definitely think about retiring now. But maybe when your hobby is collecting and flying aircraft, you need all the money you can get your hands on. Born in Topeka, Kansas in 1958, Annette Francine Benning plays Henry's socialite wife, Sarah Turner. Annette made her breakthrough with her role in The Grifters in 1990, and she was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in it. In 1991, she portrayed Virginia Hill in Bugsy alongside Warren Beatty. Most of us remember Annette best for her performance as Carolyn Burnham in American Beauty, which won 5 Academy Awards, including for Best Picture. Annette herself was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. Her other movies of note have been Mars Attacks, The Siege, and The Kids Are All Right. Annette was married to choreographer James Stephen White between 1984 and 1991, and she went on to marry Hollywood legend Warren Beatty in 1992. They have 4 children together. The impressively flexible John Alberto Leguizamo was born in Bogota, Colombia in 1964, and played the liquor store gunman who shot Henry during the robbery. Along with this part in regarding Henry, Leguizamo also had a small part of the terrorist in Die Hard 2, and appeared in a Madonna video before his big break came in 1993, when he co-starred as Luigi in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. He also had a supporting role in the crime drama Carlito's Way that year. Other notable movies that have featured Leguizamo are Spawn, Moulin Rouge, Romeo and Juliet, and the John Wick series. On the small screen, he had a recurring role on ER, was a series regular on The Kill Point, and is also known for his role as Ozzy Del Vecchio in Bloodline. Currently living in Manhattan, Leguizamo was married to Yelba Osorio from 1994 to 1996. In 2003, he married Justine Mora, who met on Carlito's Way, and they had 2 children together. Camion Michelle Allen, known professionally as Mickey Allen, was born in Boise, Idaho in 1978 and portrayed Henry's troubled preteen daughter Rachel Turner. Although she was nominated for Best Young Actress starring a motion picture for her work, this was Camion's only acting role and she's no longer involved in the profession. However, she did appear on the George Lucas talk show in 2020, and she currently works as an American communications professional. William Goldwyn Nunn III was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1953 and played the role of Bradley, the physical therapist who helps Henry regain movement and speech. Having attended college with Spike Lee, Nunn made his movie debut in the 1988 Spike Lee movie School Days, and is perhaps best known for his role as Radio Raheem in Do the Right Thing, also one of Spike Lee's movies. Some of Nunn's other notable movies include New Jack City, Sister Act, and the Spider-Man trilogy. In the early 2000s, he appeared on the small screen as Terrence Pip Phillips in the TV show The Job, while more recently we've seen him as the character Cash in Sirens. Nunn was married to Donna Ann Watts until 2016, when he passed away at his home in Pittsburgh's Hill District after suffering from leukemia. Bruce Altman was born in the Bronx in 1955 and played the part of Henry's close friend and partner in crime, Bruce. After graduating from Yale School of Drama in 1990, this was Altman's breakthrough role, and has gone on to feature in movies such as The Paper, Matchstick Men, and Running Scared. In the late 90s, he appeared on the small screen as Sidney Walters in Nothing Sacred, and played a number of characters in the Law & Order TV show. More recently, he has been playing Terry Colby in Mr. Robot, and in 2020, he took the role of Oliver Simmons in the TV show of Power Book 2 Ghost. Altman has been married to lawyer and law professor Darcy McGraw since 1982, and they had a daughter together, but she passed away in 2013. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 1921, character actress Elizabeth Welter Wilson played Henry's secretary Jessica. Having made her screen debut back in 1955, Elizabeth had a career that spanned almost 70 years, and in that time she appeared in such movies as Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, The Graduate, and 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. On the small screen, she was a regular on the 60s primetime drama East Side, West Side, and as Annie Bogart in the 1970s sitcom Doc. More recently, Elizabeth has also appeared in Murder, She Wrote and Law & Order: Criminal Intent. She passed away at her home in New Haven, Connecticut in 2015 at the grand old age of 94. The instantly recognisable Donald Moffat was born in Plymouth, England in 1930 and played Charlie Cameron. After moving to the United States, Moffat worked as a bartender and a lumberjack before making his acting debut, and has since appeared in movies such as The Right Stuff, The Thing, and Clear and Present Danger. On the small screen, he is featured in TV shows from Bonanza in 1959, the original Mission Impossible and Hawaii Five-0, to The West Wing in 2003. Moffat married actress Anne Murray in 1954, and they had 2 children before their divorce in 1968. He also had 2 children with his second wife, Gwen Arner, whom he married in 1970. Moffat died in Sleepy Hollow, New York in 2018 after complications following a stroke. Robin Bartlett was born in New York in 1951 and played Phyllis. Over the course of her career, Robin has worked with talented movie-making mavericks including Woody Allen and Martin Scorsese, and received award nominations for unique performances. Despite being better known as a stage actress, she has appeared in such blockbusting movies as Lean on Me, City of Angels and Shutter Island. On the small screen, Robin starred as Debbie Buchanan in Mad About You, and featured in 2 seasons on American Horror Story as Dr. Miranda Crump in Asylum and Cecily Pembroke in Coven. Most recently, she provided the voice of Bonnie in the TV series The Left-Right Game. Robin still lives in her hometown of New York and was married to actor and director Alan Rosenberg from 1976 to 1984, but has been married to second husband Terence Cannon since 1990. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1948, character actor James Rebhorn played the role of Dr. Sultan, who treated Henry after he was shot. Following his graduation in 1970, Rebhorn moved to New York City and started his acting career back in the late 70s. Some of his most memorable performances since then are as Secretary of Defense Albert Minzicki in Independence Day, shipping magnate Herbert Greenleaf in The Talented Mr. Ripley, and Mr. Trask in Scent of a Woman. On the small screen, Rebhorn made a number of appearances on Law & Order, and had been performing as both Rhys Hughes in White Collar and Frank Matheson in Homeland at the time of his death. Rebhorn lived in South Orange, New Jersey, and was married to Rebecca Fulton from 1969 until he died in 2014, as a result of a melanoma which he had been battling since 1992. Wait, I hear you all say, J.J. Abrams? Isn't he, like, a director? Well, yeah, he is, but he was actually the writer for this movie, but he also gave himself a small cameo role. For the record, J.J. Abrams, the J.J. stands for Jeffrey Jacob by the way, was born in New York in 1966 and raised in Los Angeles. His cameo was as the delivery boy who arrives with bags of groceries for the maid to pick up when Henry is about to walk out of his apartment unsupervised. Abrams really rose to fame as the producer of long-running TV series Lost, with other successful shows being Person of Interest and Westworld, among others. On the big screen, he's best known for Mission Impossible 3, a couple of Star Trek movies, Super 8, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. He's currently working on Mission Impossible 7 and 8, another Batman movie, and a whole host of other stuff. Currently residing in the Pacific Palisades area of Los Angeles, Abrams has been married to fellow producer Katie McGrath since 1996, and they have 3 children together.